GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
38.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got him in. Complete. That's right. Touchdown, Indianapolis. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just start from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll keep it on the ground, this time to Charles. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua. That's caught. It's Austin left side. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And taken down just shy of the 40. The Colts at 9-6 now. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ready, ready.
They run the draw play. This is White. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Red, cycle.
Now Tua. And he's got his target. It's caught for the Colts touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Watson on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. On the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense,
it's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of 57 yards.
22 middle.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
1st down, here's White. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll It's another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Blue striker. On the ball.
Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson off play action. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. That's a burst right there.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Ready.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Red, yellow. Cross it, 6.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field that brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go now.
The Colts on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He will push his way down to about the 14. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st down, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. After the sack on 1st down, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
It's Watson. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now here's a pass pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Black shot. Ready?
On 2nd and 10, Tua escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing we're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. The final shot before the break, Watson. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And now Watson throws another interception. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
The Chargers take over first down team.
The Charger drive about to get going. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. On second down, it's Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Faking the give, now Watson. He's got a man, complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle, Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, You're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Chargers.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Chris Olave, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Colts 27, Chargers 7.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally. But he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Great coverage there, holds them to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Intended receiver there was Donald Parham. But now it's 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw, Watson. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. On is the Chargers punter now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, green, red, cycle. Smash, red.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. 51 yards on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From just shy of midfield, Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 28. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. Caught by Jones. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
Watson looks to throw again. looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Throwing on second and long. Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Fight, 97. Ready.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before? This worked well that I can go to right now.
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything, so he's got him in, complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big play there for Indy. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Calvin Austin from 10 yards out. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Chargers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They keep it on the ground. White again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Baron Browning able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He completes it right side of the lane. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Rashad White. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Colts are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And inside give to Jones. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now it's Watson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question in my suspicion.
And now here's another interception. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Charger drive about to get going.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Watson on 3rd down.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Watson off play action. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Now Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Watson. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would